This back portion of the hatch is very flexible on the 280Z. Let's see if we can fix that today. What's going on, guys? Back in the garage working on the 280Z as usual. We gotta take a break from the 2JZ swap. There's some potential changes coming with the 2JZ swap, so I need to take a step back, finalize my decision, and potentially buy some parts. So we're gonna step back from that real quick and work on something else on the 280Z that needs to get done. So back here on the hatch, it is very, very flexible. It's thin, old Datsun sheet metal. Doesn't take much to push it in. And right here is the latch for the opening the hatch. And you can see right here, even though it's got some spray paint over it from when I went over the car real quick just to get rid of all the gray primer. I think for the last video, the Bondo or body filler from when a previous time it was painted has all broken up right here from people opening this hatch, pushing on here and it flexing, and it cracked it. So I mean, my goal is to not have a ton of Bondo on here, but I'm sure there's going to be some. And I want to get rid of that flex so that we don't have to worry about that in the future. So let me show you what we're going to do. Now I got this idea from watching another guy that's building a 240Z on YouTube. His channel is Automotive Mindset. Go check him out. He's building, I believe, a Coyote Swap 240Z. He's done a bunch of work to it, so go check that out. But this is where I got this idea from. So basically, up underneath there, there's not really any structure. This is all open. You can push this in right here, right? And even over here with the latches, there's not, actually, you know what? There is a bracket in here on this one. Let me get another light. Okay, there is a bracket in here. So that helps us a little bit. What I was going to do is basically, if you see there's that bracket in there, I was basically going to do that same thing with a piece of 18 gauge sheet metal, tack it on here, and then just tack it up there, and it would give you, some support. It would tie this into back here. There is one there, but it's not touching. Yeah, you push that down and it fills that gap. I'm assuming that touched to begin with. It just rested on there and over the years has gotten bent down. That'd be my guess anyway. So, all right, that's gonna save us a little bit of time in one way. What we can do, clean this up a little bit so we got some bare metal on there, bend that up and just tack that onto here, and that will hold it in place. So let's see if that works enough to stiffen up that area around the latch, and we'll go from there. All right, it's all nice and tight up against there. We're gonna tack that in place real quick and call this a win, because that saves me a bunch of time. Oh yeah, that stiffens that up quite a bit, but actually there's still some flex back here. Let's see about adding another bracket further back, because I think that bracket, based on where I feel the heat from the weld, is up around here. Let's see about adding one back here though. Alright, so I just made up this bracket with a piece of scrap sheet metal that we had laying over there from all of our other sheet metal work we've done. I didn't really do anything besides put a bend in it and make sure it was the right length. It's going to fit in there just like that, obviously on the inside. Drilled the hole so we can tack it from here. I did my best to get a little bit clean in there so I can get it tacked, but it does not need much because, I mean, as long as it's tacked, it'll hold. There's not that much strength needed there. So let's get this tacked in place right here. It's a bit fiddly to get this piece in there, but it is possible. And I did check, this doesn't interfere with the latch system at all, so we should be good to go. Well, I underestimated just how tough it would be to actually weld up in there, just because it's physically not very easy to fit the welder up in there, but I think I got it. Not the prettiest looking welds, but you'll never see them, so hopefully we'll be good. Well, let's see if that did what we wanted. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this. No real flex now at all. We should be good. So look at that there, can't even tell we did any work. Nice and stiff there now. So we still got this out here that has a lot of flex. I made up a couple brackets. These will be easier to weld in, I believe. Just a couple Z brackets. They're gonna sit in there basically just like that. And it should stiffen that up. Let's go try it out. Let's see how that did. The ends are fine now, but I think we want one more bracket on each side, right about there. There's still some flex there. We're good here. We're good and solid on the end. basically right halfway in between here and here. There we go, busted out a couple more brackets right there. Let's see how stiff that is now. Oh, yeah, that's mint. That is mint. It's stiff all the way across now. Yep, that is nice and stiff all the way across now. Not all floppy like it was before, so successful project, I'd say. So that was a quick, easy project. Probably a shorter video than we used to, but sometimes that's what you got. So that is all done. I'm going to leave you guys off now. Got to keep working on what I'm going to do with the 2JZ swap up there, you know, behind the scenes. We'll get back to that soon. Hopefully you guys like this video. Anybody with an old Datsun that's restoring it, hopefully you find this useful. Maybe you'll use this. Again, I got this idea from Automotive Mindset. That's his channel. So hopefully you guys check out his channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.